You are now listening to or watching the It Takes All Kinds podcast.
Yeah, and if you aren't, you can head over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify and listen to us now. Or head on over to Drib on YouTube and watch the video version as well.
And if you'd like to stay up to date on when we're releasing a new episode or any other fun information about the podcast, you can give us a follow on Instagram at It Takes All Kinds Podcast and on Twitter at ITAC Podcast. That's ITAK Podcast.
Without saying much else, we hope you enjoy this episode.
That was like perfect.
Oh, yeah. Not the first time I've been that perfect before.
Well, if someone has a document going for how many times he's been not perfect,
we'll put that on the fan
I'd like
wiki.
to have access to that.
We'll put it on the fan wiki.
The fam.
The fan wiki.
What's up, fam?
Sandwich wiki.
Who's that?
The guy from the character from the original Transformers movie with Michael
That was his
Bay.
name?
Sandwich wiki.
That was Shia
LaBeouf's
name? Wow.
Sandwich wiki.
Why do you remember that? Were you a Transformers fan?
Yeah.
I was a
Huge.
Transformers fan
Huge.
too, and I don't
watched that
remember
movie so many times.
probably only watched
I played
it
the
once,
video
but-
game on PlayStation probably an ungodly amount of times.
I wasn't a PlayStation kid. Unless it came out
Sandwich
on GameCube.
wiki.
Stop lubricating the man.
Bumblebee. Stop lubricating the man. Can you find it?
It's one of the
Bumblebee. Stop lubricating the man.
Sorry, this page takes forever to load.
Yeah, I get it. You got so many sounds on there.
So many sounds, and I only use like 3 because it's like impossible to pull any of them up, and then some of them are like broken.
Good morning, Gavin.
Well,
still
welcome
love
to the
that
It Takes
one.
All Kinds podcast, episode 159. We are now, I don't know how many episodes post him, and also one
Yeah.
episode post 3 years.
We got PT, and we also got
Post P3.
Only 3 years left.
Yep. Yeah.
So
Pre
we
3
need
years.
someone keeping track of that.
Please. And yeah, today is Tuesday, March 19th, 2024. You'll be hearing this on Friday, March 22nd.
Yeah, 22nd. For sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. This week,
What we got in the doc, Carson?
not a ton of stuff, but it feels like a lot at the same time. I have a little look what I found with something that's kind of been going viral right now. What is that? Who is that? Is that me? That's me? Oh, shit, that's our guy. Oh, shit. Okay, guys. Okay, well, scratch everything I was just saying. This is huge news. So huge that I'm not even screen recording yet. Wow, he keeps messaging me.
You gotta.
Shit, I gotta get on this real quick. Sorry, guys, I gotta pull up a screen recording. This is huge news coming in all the way from across the pond. In case you don't know, Kate Middleton has not been seen for what feels like years. But it's most likely just a couple weeks. And Gavin and I I'm sure you guys have seen, but we've been distraught about it for the past couple
We've
years.
been talking. This is the Royal Podcast.
And we have a guy, his name's Chester. He's from Brixton. He's works with the Northeast London TMZ. Gavin has opened a bag of fusilli pasta and sat on it. He works in the Northeast London TMZ sector.
Yeah.
Over there. And this is breaking news from him. Nobody's seen this, even by the time this comes out. He sent
Yeah.
it just for us. This is unseen footage we're seeing for the first time. You're seeing for the first time.
He gave it to us for free.
Kate Middleton out in public for the first time since her coma. Wow. Okay.
All right. So what we got
Okay.
here? Okay, so we see.
Oh, it's William.
Yeah, we
Okay.
see William and Kate Middleton.
Okay, hold on.
They're coming.
They're coming.
There you go.
Okay, there they are.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
All
Hold
right.
on.
So this is like the first run through of the clip.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Stop right there.
Hold on. Go a little bit forward.
Okay.
Keep going a little bit.
You just tell me when.
Okay, stop. Yeah, no, that's
No, that's
definitely
for
her.
sure her.
Yeah.
You can
No,
just
that
tell by the
definitely has-
walking pattern that this is her.
And that's
Right
definitely
here.
William too.
And that's definitely William. Let's
Because
skip
like
ahead a
I
little
mean,
bit.
he's wearing a hat. Usually he wears a hat because he's
Yeah.
bald.
I wish I had my protractor on me.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, no, you can very clearly see that that's like Kate Middleton.
I'll zoom in on the video, right? Not on the video, but if there's a clip, we'll probably put a clip out of this, but it's very clearly her. I think there's no
ifs, ands, or buts about it. That is Kate Middleton.
and William. Wow, that's amazing.
Hold on, go forward a little bit. Yeah, no, that's for sure her.
Oh yeah, I mean that one you can even see clearer that's definitely her.
No, for sure. Yeah. No.
I'm just glad she's doing well, you know.
Yeah, I heard that she
God.
got mangled and she's a muggle now.
I thought she was a Horcrux.
Yeah, she is.
But you can't say that anymore.
You can say Horcrux, but you can't say Horcrotch anymore.
I went on BuzzFeed and I found out that I'm a Horcrotch.
Wow.
I took, what Harry Potter house do you live in?
And I said the whorehouse.
And I was a Horcrotch.
I lived in the prostitute.
Amazing.
Lived the brothel.
I'm just glad I'll finally be able to sleep tonight. For the
I
first
know that
time in
we've been
months.
waiting for that notification.
In months. I am a huge... Oh no, those are just...
You have to reply to him, dude.
Well, he's just sending me nudes now.
Kate Middleton's.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, Kate Middleton AI nudes.
Oh my God.
AI deepfake.
AI
nudes.
deepfake nudes.
Do you think those exist?
They're somewhere out there.
Not that I want to see them. I'm just happy she's doing well, though.
Yeah, we can post those on the screen.
We'll post the news on the screen
The deepfake AI
that
one.
Chester just sent me.
Uh-huh.
Wow, that's amazing.
Touching.
We're huge royal family fans over
Yeah.
here. Gavin actually runs a blog website called The Royal Fam.
That's mildly successful.
It's mildly successful. About 10 or
It's
so
it's
fans.
the fam royal family blog post.co.uk.
Yeah. You actually like applied for a visa so you could get the
.co,
.uk.
yeah.
Because they wouldn't give it to you if you weren't actually from there.
Yeah, GoDaddy would not let me host
No.
that website on .co.uk.
Couldn't even host it on
.co.
GoMommy
No.
or Go90
Or DuckDuckGo
or DuckDuckGo or Bing.
or Brave.
But yeah, so we're huge fans, and honestly, I was worried sick.
On the Edge browser.
I thought I had typhoid because I was so sick.
Wow. They have
Thinking
like
about it.
vaccines for that, man.
I had the mumps.
Wow.
I thought I had the mumps because I was so concerned.
Right.
Made myself sick at night,
I've heard
throwing up, gagging, just pulling trig every night because I was so concerned about Kate Middleton being okay.
right. No, for sure. I mean,
And-
I commend you for it, man. That's incredible. Good work, man.
And I'm sorry for calling her a Horcrotch. I was getting that mixed up.
He was just
thought she
excited.
was
He was getting excited.
Well, I know she's a Harry Potter fan.
Well, you could say she is a hairy Horcrotch.
I don't know if you can say that.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
She might be a Harry Potter Horcrotch fan.
Yeah, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we already established that Horcrux
Oh, sorry,
wasn't a
Horcrux.
thing.
She's a Horcrux.
Horcrux, that's right. Definitely not a goddamn muggle.
Mm-mm.
That's for sure.
No.
Definitely not. Well, anyways. All right,
Did you
we
know
can
that there's
move on.
other Hogwarts houses and Hogwarts schools around?
Yeah, there's Smeagol. There's the snakes.
Uh-huh.
There is...
Not the houses. I'm talking like the different schools. They have like Hogwarts School in the United States and India.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
Yeah. Did you know that?
Yeah, wasn't there like a thing where people say they can shift into Harry Potter land or something? They're
Yeah, I mean, I do
shifters?
that all the time.
Well, yeah, of course. You're a Horcrotch. Just like Kate Middleton.
Just like that, huh?
Just like Kate Rosetta Stone.
Yeah. That's crazy. Good for her.
Wow.
Congrats
even-
on your new baby, Kate Middleton.
Kate, perfect pitch. Pitch perfect.
Kate, perfect pitch. Pitch perfect.
Bitch, perfect. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So this week, we got that. We have an exclusive taste test that Gavin brought that we're very excited about. I got to look what I found about something going on that's been viral recently. Not like the mumps or typhoid I thought I had. That is viral.
Yeah, that is viral. Right.
I don't, in fact, have that. I was just worried sick about Kate Middleton. And so we got, look what I found. We're going to finally be talking about serious stuff here. The Missouri trans bill that is still being proposed hasn't passed or anything. So a little serious stuff. If we have time, Nextdoor Drama, and for sure, what you're listening to. Let's get into it, Gavin.
Do you want me to do the Nuka victory?
Let's do it. You set it up, tee it up for me.
Yeah, so this is, if you're not sure of what Nuka victory is, Nuka-Cola victory is, or even what I'm talking about, there's a new Fallout show. Fallout
Sold out.
Yeah, I know. I got it as soon as they released it.
Damn.
Yeah.
That was like me with the Hot Mountain Dew.
Yeah, it was like they posted about it. But Fallout is a beloved franchise by the video game producer Bethesda, and Todd Howard are the two.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Friend of the show.
Yeah, friend of the show, Todd Howard. And yeah, so it basically takes place in a post-apocalyptic world after like nukes have been dropped, and it comes in a time where like the transistor was never invented. So like there's no like computers that look like ours. It's all like 1940s, 1950s looking technology.
Okay.
And it's like retro futuristic. So it's like very cool art.
Steampunk.
Yeah, kind of steampunk, kind of like it's definitely an apocalyptic game. There's like, dirt everywhere and everything. But it takes place in 2077. And one of the things, let me pull this up.
Okay. While you do that, because since we're doing a taste test, we gotta have some music. We always.
According to the Nuka-Cola Victory Fallout Wiki page, Victory is a bright red orange variant of the Nuka-Cola product. Drinking it provides healing and does other stuff. Let me find if there's only a certain amount of locations that takes place in Fallout New Vegas, which came out in like 2009 or 2011 or something like crazy like that. But so this is coming from Jones Soda Co. The Fallout is also having a TV show premiere on Amazon Prime coming up in April, I believe. And from the official website, whether you're facing off against wastelanders or wandering the post-apocalyptic ruins, you'll need a tasty refreshment to keep you going. To celebrate the series premiere of Fallout on Prime Video, we invite you to enjoy a Nuka-Cola Victory special release from Jones Soda. This peach mango soda is the ultimate thirst-quenching flavor for any Fallout fanatic.
Cool
And
packaging. $25 for 4?
Mm-hmm.
How much was shipping?
It was free. It was free shipping.
Okay. Still a lot of money.
Yeah, I know, for 4 of them.
Damn.
And they didn't even come in this. It was like they were all packaged individually, and then you could put this together.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because I was wondering, I was like, oh, you should have brought that thing here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't have if it's that.
And these are like actually really big bottles. Actually.
Yeah.
I feel like these.
I feel like that's pretty normal. No.
I feel like they feel bigger.
They do feel bigger for some reason, but they don't look bigger.
But so this is what it looks like.
Do we need a? Or is it
no, it's twist off.
Okay. We got our cups right there. So that's it. We can give it some smells. Oh, we probably should show the camera that.
Maybe.
Nuka-Cola, if you can see it, I'll try and pull it up on screen. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So there's no cola. It's called cola.
Well, it's Nuka-Cola. That's the brand.
Right. But I expected it to be cola.
No.
But that smells like like an Arizona drink. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. And then also, I'm gonna collect these caps too. I'm just kidding. I don't know, but they said to.
You could put a magnet on it, make it a fridge
Well,
magnet.
You can, yeah. But they
How's that for some crafts?
they use caps as currency in the Fallout franchise as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What does the cap say on it?
Nuka-Cola Victory.
Okay.
Twist off, and then there's a QR code at the bottom.
All right.
You want to go ahead and try it?
Let's do it. Yeah, I'm excited. Can you hand me mine? I don't have that much of a reach. Let's do it. Here we go. Nuka-Cola.
It's pretty good. Tastes like peach.
I feel like I need I should have drank water before this.
Tastes like peach.
How many calories are in this? Let me see the back of it real quick. Is this sugar-free? No? No, it's not.
It's 29 grams of sugar.
It's pretty low. To hear the song.
Yeah. It's a product of Canada. I like it. It's very good.
I don't think it's bad. It's just I'm not a big fan of it personally.
And you're a fruit guy.
I am a fruit guy. That's what they call
That's what
me.
they call them.
Huh. You know, this might be the first time I'm saying this, but I wish it was sugarier.
Really?
I wish it was. I feel like it's not quite sweet enough.
It's pretty good. I like it.
I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's just not my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, that was a quick little taste test.
Interesting one for sure. Sound like Pop Rocks. Definitely one I was not expecting to come out.
Me neither. I saw that they came out and immediately bought them.
Well, smart. I'm glad you did. It was fun to try. It was fun to try. And Jones is a well-known soda company.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what else comes out about Fallout. Like what?
Are you going to watch the show?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I'm excited to see what merchandise and stuff comes out with it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that would be a really cool. We could have some really cool shirts that come out.
It could.
Like they have like a lot of in-game brands that are really cool. So
Oh, okay.
that was one of the reasons.
It's a very, very,
Kind of like art pop.
yeah, but it's a very like merchandisable game.
Yeah.
It seems like they made it with that intent,
Yeah.
from what I can tell. I don't know much about it, but
It's a lot of fun. I
know
can tell you
guys
what.
are freaking nerds about it or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, cool. I'm glad you brought that. Thanks for bringing a little taste test because we have some on the horizon. There's one we want to get that we can't find. And there's one that I ordered recently that probably won't be here for a while, but we might be moving back into taste tests again.
Yeah.
Maybe. We were out for so long and then they were so sporadic and maybe now we're finally getting some more. Moving on though into a little segment that's going to start like this. It's got to say it.
What?
Look what I found.
Oh.
I said he's got to save it.
Oh yeah, I gotta say.
Look what I found. A segment I do whenever I want to. Should be called whenever I want to.
Look what I found at this point in time.
At this point in time right now, because it's not every week. It's just a segment where I find something and I want to show it to Gavin and show it to the audience.
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee you have seen this. And if you haven't, then I will eat my own foot. But you probably, if I had to guess, you probably don't know as much about it as I do.
Wow.
Or maybe you know more because I'm not a TikTok guy. You know that. I've been on the Senate floor asking for it to get banned for the past couple months.
And
while I was worried sick about Princess Diana, and I thought I had the mumps or and typhoid.
Right,
I was
yeah.
sick about Princess Dee Mega Doodoo. But yeah, so there's been this thing going viral, and I'm going to pull it up right now, and we'll watch, not this one first. We'll watch this one. You're not saying anything yet, which is making me interested. Does this not look familiar to you at all? Okay, so this, I have to turn the sound off because it's copyrighted music. The sound won't matter. It's just music anyways. So this is a tweet that just said, wait what? It's the Pink Panther music. So let's watch this and then I will explain.
Oh, I did see this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see this.
So he's sneaking around. For audio listeners, I'm sorry, but it's copyrighted music, so I can't play it.
He gets a free bag of popcorn,
Steals it.
steals a Dunkin' coffee at a movie theater, walks into a movie theater, finds a seat, starts setting up a tripod, sets up a tripod with an Android phone, puts a shot, like a airplane shot of Crown into the coffee, and then gets told that he can't sit there, so just moves it over into the aisle and then starts eating popcorn. He pushes on the door with a tripod on the way out, goes to a 7-Eleven on the corner, hands the guy the phone. The guy hands him a manila folder, and there's money in it.
So this guy paid him for the movie because that guy is
1, 2, 3 movies.
Yeah, Flips movies.
Yeah.
So I saw that and I was like, okay, that's interesting. And like, it's just funny that it's just first person, like committing crimes.
Literally committing a crime. Is that actually a crime though? Or is that just like a,
I mean,
nah,
everything
you
he
really
did, he
shouldn't.
stole things and then recording a movie is a crime. There's a whole thing. There's a whole thing that comes up that says you cannot reuse this. You cannot
not
repurpose
redistribute.
this.
Yeah. Without written consent of the.
But this comes from a TikToker named Boeing Hobo.
Okay.
And when I saw this and wanted to do my research on him, I went to TikTok, searched up his name. His account has been taken down already.
Wow.
I don't know at what point it was taken down. Maybe it was taken down.
Or maybe he took it down.
Maybe he took it down. Maybe it was taken down before it went viral. Because from what I could tell, he's been around for a while, and I'll dive into that in a second. But I don't know if he's gone viral before, if this is the first time. I can't imagine it because it only gets crazier from here. And yeah, but he makes these kinds of videos, or made these kinds of videos, and I went to try and find them on TikTok. I couldn't find much. So the two I'm showing are this one on Twitter, and then this person reposted it, and this was actually the first one I saw. Did you see this one?
No.
Oh, really?
This one I did not see.
Another one, copyrighted music. I have to turn it off. I'm sorry. It's him going to Whole Foods. And we're going to play it. Okay, Carson.
All right.
I already turned the music off.
I love X, Twitter. So he's grabbing a Stanley, walking over to the liquor aisle, pulling some Hennessy through
Because caged off.
a crate. Yeah.
Puts a carabiner up on it with the Stanley. Pours the Hennessy
Into the Stanley.
from
the cage, grabs apple juice, puts
Microwaves
it in
it.
microwave, pulls it out, puts it in the Stanley.
The Stanley that he took from the store.
He puts cinnamon literally straight out of it. He grabs a cheese sample, eats that, I suppose, and then walks out with the Stanley.
Without paying for it. And drinks it. So there's that one. And that one I found really funny. And then...
Is this like a parody? Is this a bit?
I mean, I'm sure it's a bit, but he is actually like doing
he's
that
definitely
stuff.
He's definitely
from what
stealing.
I can tell. This was another one that I found after searching him up. This one is we can play the audio, but it's this guy like talking about it. So this is like, what is this called? A duet or something?
Yeah, someone duets it.
And so it's just this beginning part, but he's going to a Winco. It's a grocery store.
The guy filming this video can be seen walking into this grocery store and went to the bakery section. He then decided to buy a bunch of these pies, and if I had to guess, they were probably around $5 to $8.
A lot of the
Buying
pies.
the pies, he then made a
By the way, I don't think he bought them. Everybody who's duetted him thinks that he buys them, but there's no proof that he bought them.
No.
So anyways, he goes to a farmer's market is what he said.
stand at this farmer's market in which he sold a slice of the pies for $10 each, and
What the
honestly,
fuck?
this is 200 IQ, and he made so much money doing this.
This is honestly 200 IQ, and he made a lot of money.
Yeah, this
doing
whoever
this.
I no comment on this person, but yeah, that I saw that there's another one for whatever reason I don't have in here, and I thought I did put it in here. Oh, I skipped it. I'm sorry. I skipped over and went right to the pies one. This is another one I found after searching out. So this person
I think I've seen this one.
reposted or posted this in September of last year. Another one I can't play the sound on. I'm sorry. I probably just turned it back on, didn't I?
Yep.
Love it.
I've seen this one.
I think he's in Vegas here. I think he might even live in Vegas, from what I've.
Is there a
researched.
Winco in Vegas?
So he's like filming everybody, but there's no audio. But it seems like he's saying stuff to people because
Yeah.
he does that a lot.
Goes up to the bar, grabs the wine glass, reaches over the bar to get the wine glass.
Seems like the bar is like shut down because there's nobody inside.
Sets it down, goes to the tap, puts, I suppose, what type of beer?
Some sort of beer.
Some sort of beer into this wine glass. Literally getting a perfect pour.
And nobody's there.
Yeah, nobody's there. Nobody's supervising it. And he walks out
with
with it.
And then he's, just
Then
getting
he's
some
literally
sips.
like open liquor in wherever that is.
Right. And something I just noticed is when he comes out, I find this interesting. not really anybody there compared to when he walked in. Did you notice that?
Yeah, there's a lot of people. Yeah.
Tons of people there.
So
It might
and-
just be an angle thing, but that is interesting that there doesn't seem to be as many people from what I can tell.
it also might be
So-
that he just camps a place and waits for people to leave, or does
Yeah.
something whenever someone leaves it unsupervised.
That could be true. It does.
And if it's
se-
like,
but
if he's
like,
doing it all over and like nobody's like putting the pieces together, then it's like
yeah,
he's never gonna get caught.
It
But-
does. The way he does it is very well because it makes me feel like he's doing this and wants to get caught.
Yeah.
Because he's like filming people in their face. He's just like doing it in front of people. But you're right. It could be cut in a certain way where he's like, okay, now I can go do this now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I wanted to. I thought.
So we
that
actually
was
have him calling
crazy.
into the
Yeah,
show.
he's calling in, and he's just gonna play Pink Panther copyrighted music the whole
Mm-hmm.
time. I wanted to get what do you think about that in general?
I think it's very fascinating because it's almost like, I know you can say it's about anybody, but this especially feels like a commentary on social media, or just a commentary on the privilege that people have being a content creator, because you can just walk in with anywhere in a film probably, and then they can just be like, oh, okay, you're making a video or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
Or some people will be like, okay, stop.
Right.
Like if you went into a Target and did that, he would probably get caught. But if it was a Whole Foods,
Yeah, he did it in a Whole Foods and a Winco. And,
yeah, and I feel like Whole
and an
Foods,
AMC and a
yeah, that's true.
restaurant.
I know. I think that also, like, I've always heard that if you act like you belong there,
Yeah.
no one's gonna ask questions, and that I think is
Yeah.
very much what he's doing. Is that, I mean, going underneath like the stanchion to like go into the movie theater or whatever. I feel like that's something that someone who doesn't belong there would do. But
Right.
But I've also thought about that, like, especially like the new movie theater format, where like you don't really have to have a ticket, you don't have to show it to anybody. You could just, especially after the ticket guy is like left, you could just straight up walk into any movie theater. No one no one cares, and no one's gonna be like, this guy just walked into our movie theater unannounced.
Yeah.
Like no one's just gonna do that.
You're right, but I also think you're wrong. At least with
Fuck me, right?
our AMC, because I've
That
had times.
AMC does, yes, but I'm
Yeah,
saying like that
okay.
Warenberg
Oh, I
or
never
that,
go there.
that Marcus one, no one supervises that. Like
Okay.
no one's watching. There's like one person during the day. If you went after probably 5 o'clock, no one
You
cares.
could get in. Yeah. Then that makes sense. Yeah, AMC is like they have people all over, and I think they have like a security guard usually.
And you could probably also just say, "Oh, I bought it online" or something like that, and they'll be
Yeah.
like, "Okay, cool." And
Yeah.
I feel like that's also might be. He cuts out the audio, and like maybe someone asked him about
For
the
sure.
Duncan thing, and then he was probably just like, "Oh, I already bought it," or whatever.
And he also could be wearing like a red polo or something.
yeah,
Look
yeah,
like
yeah. He might
works
look like
there.
he belongs there.
Yeah.
Or look like the owner. Maybe he
Right.
dresses very fancy, or
Yeah, a couple interesting things that you said there. First off, the commentary thing I think is very interesting because I think you're right. It's like
at this
if
point
you-
in time.
yeah, you can kind of just like it kind of just points out how oblivious people are to things going on. In general, just with like you said, with social media and just being like, oh, this guy's just filming something. He must be doing that for a reason, which then ties into what you said about like, if you look like you belong, nobody's going to question it, which
Yeah.
there's been many times like not committing crimes where I've had that mentality where it's like, I don't know, either I'm doing something or maybe I'm doing something that like maybe I'm not supposed to, or I'm not sure if I'm supposed to, but I'm just like, well, I'm just going to be confident about it. And then like, act oblivious if they're like, hey, what are you doing? It's like, oh, was I not supposed to be doing whatever?
Right. It's also way easier to ask for forgiveness than ask for permission.
Right.
So like that, then I learned that from a pharmacist. So
Yeah. No, it's smart.
because that's what CVS did. They like launched these like this new way of like taking pictures and like having the text bag all the drugs and stuff like that. And CVS didn't go through the Missouri Board of Pharmacy to do it, so they just rolled it out and didn't say anything about it. And then the Board of Pharmacy like came to a CVS pharmacy and was like, "Wait, what the fuck is going on
Yeah.
here?"
And they were like, oh.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know we weren't
Yeah.
supposed to be doing this.
No, I'm sure. I think people do that with stuff all. Like, I think that's just like something that, like you said, like big companies just do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because whenever this is like such a weird example of it, but I used to vape I hate to say it, but I've also bought vapes for people.
Mm-hmm.
And when they
Who were of
banned-
age.
who were of age. Yeah, no. Who were of age. Not just like making a joke there, but legit who are of age. Maybe one day I'll tell one of those stories because it's kind of funny. And they like made the ban that they're banning flavored vapes just in general, not just Juuls or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like there were so many gas stations where you just walk in and you just ask for that and they go to the back and get it. Like and then it could just be like a way around it. If someone catches them, they're like, "Oh, I thought it would be, like."
We have to get rid of the stock, so.
Yeah, or it's just like, yeah, there's just like it's not just you doing it. It's everybody, it's companies, it's stuff like that doing it. And back to the crime thing, another example of just acting like you're supposed to be doing that to get away with a crime.
Mm-hmm.
When the first job I ever had, the first real job I had was at a fireworks stand for a summer for 2 weeks. And
Actually, his
was
first and only job.
First and only job. And there was only one person that I experienced steal something. And it was like a big like display, like fireworks, like assortment. And this lady, it was like busy. It was like I think it was the third or like the day before or something. And this lady like just like took it and like walked out with it. And they were like, "Hey, wait, did you pay for that?" And they were like, "Oh yeah." And they kept walking and everybody was like, "I didn't check that person out." And they like had already left for like 5 minutes when they realized it. But like she just acted like, like, "Oh yeah, no, I paid for it. I'm good," and then left. So it works. Try it out. But all that to say, my opinion on it is probably don't do what this guy.
Yeah, probably don't film yourself doing it, and also like
Or just
most
don't
of
do it in
or don't
general.
do it at all. But most stores have like a policy of like $1,200 is like the max you could steal.
Exactly.
So like this guy probably just is hitting up all these little stores and stealing these like a Stanley.
yeah,
A little bit of, and I mean like that's the other thing is that like grocery stores know that things get open. Like and also like the manufacturers know things get open because they literally put on their packaging like do not like buy this if it's open.
Well, and the other thing too is that like it's like probably don't steal and stuff like that. And it's funny that this guy's doing it and is kind of pointing it out. But on the other hand, he is doing it with big companies, so it's kind of like okay, maybe it's all right.
Yeah, if it was like
the movie thing, I don't like that.
Yeah,
it's just for personal
it's just a side
reasons.
hustle.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I guess.
But
I mean,
stealing
you could.
things is kind of funny, and it's big companies, so it's like, okay,
What does
whatever.
it matter anyway?
Yeah.
And it's going to come to streaming anyway. So it's honestly, I've never understood why anybody pirates a movie.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'll just wait for it to come to a streaming service.
Yeah.
It's like a patience thing, or like you don't want to be
Right.
left out kind of thing. But I'm like,
It's
I've never
definitely
understood that.
It's definitely a dying thing, which makes me wonder even more if that part is staged.
It's still it's
Because
definitely
it's
still
like,
a thing. There's
is it?
definitely still
Okay.
people that are doing it, like especially early in college. Excuse me. Especially early in college, there was a lot of my friends who were using like 123 movies and stuff like that to illegally stream movies that were in the movie theater because we didn't have nobody had cash, nobody had money, and we don't have a car to go anywhere, and we didn't want to pay for an Uber. So it was literally just like, well, we have internet here, so let's just stream 123 movies. Or like
I
ABC
guess.
movies or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I don't know, one of the two.
Let's watch a popcorn classic instead, like Weekend at Bernie's 2.
Yeah, exactly. Weekend at Bernie's
Boy.
2 is like his big thing. It's like Carson's big thing.
That's my huge thing. Well, I haven't even seen it. I've only seen the first one. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting and crazy that guy's doing it. But we're gonna throw this to you at home. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Is stealing okay? Is a little stealing okay? And let us know where Boeing Hobo went. I want to know what happened.
It seems like he's a someone who's like a klepto.
Yeah.
So like he has a problem.
He's an addict, and he's like, well, I could make content out of this.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely probably made a pretty good chunk of change out of that.
Yeah.
It's like $1,000 for 1 million streams.
Yeah. I wonder how many he got. I can't check.
Yeah.
Somebody took it down. Somehow it got taken down. I don't know what happened.
I'm curious to know if that will spawn any copycats.
That was the other thing too. I wondered. As I was like, oh man, this is gonna get people to do this stuff, and then there's gonna be like, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I wondered that.
Because I feel like that's something that, like, if I were like 14 or 15 seeing that video, I'd be like, oh, let me try it. And I've seen videos of people doing it at McDonald's. Like I've actually had a dream about doing it at McDonald's.
Okay. Just
But
walking
like,
in and
yeah, just
taking
walking
it.
in and doing something.
Yeah.
But I've seen people doing that, and it's just kind of like a.
Well, I've definitely had. I have so many intrusive thoughts just in general. But especially when I go in somewhere, I'm just like, I could just steal this. And I
Yeah.
don't. But I do sit there and I go, man, I could just walk up and take this person's meal. I could take this and nobody will know.
Yeah.
Because like you said, as long as I
Well,
just
that
act
was-
like I'm doing what I'm supposed to.
That's a joke that is still going on today. That any of those like DoorDash
The
shelves or
free
whatever.
food shelves.
Yeah, it's a free food shelf. I almost
They started. I don't think those are anywhere anymore. I think those are all
Jersey
gone.
Mike still had it,
Still
which was
has it?
odd. But they started putting it behind the counter.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Which
They
I
put
was
it on
like,
the counter.
I don't know
Could
why
still
they.
get back to it,
I was
right?
like, I said, yeah, you're right, but I don't know like why they wouldn't do that in the first place. I've never understood why there's not anybody, because this is like it was basically just like a personnel thing and also just like whatever.
There's also
like
a
the-
COVID thing too.
Yeah, that's
For
true. Because it's like I don't want people
whatever.
touching my food or whatever. But like,
Even though people.
but yeah, even though people are making it have to touch
Let me
it.
see. Is this my
Yeah,
meal?
yeah,
Is this my
yeah.
meal?
But yeah, that was another intrusive thought I had, and it's also just like a lot of little stuff. Like we started chatting up this guy this guy was starting to chat us up at Jersey Mike's, and he started talking to us, and then he was like, I hadn't got my drink yet, so I was like, oh, I still need to get a drink, and he started charging me for it, and in my head I'm like, I should have just fucking grabbed the drink,
Yeah,
you know?
I've had that happen too. Yeah, but yeah, it's my morals get the best of me,
Yeah.
and I'm like, no, I shouldn't. I should be a good boy. I should be
I should be a
boy to
good
the
corporate
man.
shill. I should just do it.
I should respect what Walmart does.
Well,
Not
that's the
steal
other
from
thing is
them.
that a lot of places are doing away with self checkout.
I feel like they're doing the opposite. No,
There was a couple places, or I've seen they're starting to like cut down the amount of people that can use it at a time
Really?
or something like that. Yeah, like Target is cutting it down or cutting it out. Not almost entirely, but they're like trying to hire more people to staff the normal,
yeah,
because people are stealing way too much, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Even though like they think it's like a pandemic, right? It's an endemic thing that is happening all over the time, all over the United States all the time,
Mm-hmm.
when it's like not that big of a deal.
You know what was interesting? I hate Walmart, but it is cheap, so I go there and it's close. So I get my groceries at our local Walmart. And they
Right.
recently changed half of their checkout aisles to self-checkout, which I prefer personally. They still do have regular checkers,
Yeah.
but it was just a staffing thing, made more sense. And they staff a bunch of people all over the place that literally just watch you
Yeah.
the whole time. And something I found interesting is that before they changed it over to be more self-checkout, every time I would leave the store, they would check my receipt every single time. And then they switched it over, and now when it's self-checkout, they never check my receipt.
Yeah, they never check it.
And I'm like, how does that make any sense? It'd be way easier for me to steal something, even with 3 people watching over me in self-checkout, than it would be at a regular checkout line.
Yeah.
So I don't know, just my opinion. I don't understand that.
They'd never check mine either. The only time
Not anymore.
they only check it for alcohol now.
They check your receipt when you get alcohol.
Mhm.
Oh, I've never.
Yeah,
had
that happened. That still happens to me. I'll get like a 4-pack of beer and then be like, "Did you pay for that? Let me see your receipt." And I'm like, "Okay."
Interesting.
Yeah, but it's only that.
It's only when I have 3 TVs in my car.
Yeah, it's very odd.
And then I just
I
go,
bought it-
oh, shoot, I forgot something. And I go put them back because I was stealing.
I was like, it was like a 75% off.
Yeah.
It was a 5-finger discount.
I was like, listen, man, I had to take them.
Yeah,
They
the
were calling me.
TVs were calling my name.
They were in my cart.
Right.
What was I supposed to do?
What was I supposed to do? So yeah.
All right. Moving on into something more serious that I wanted to talk about last week, and it's kind of somewhat old news at this point. This specific article
Couple
from
weeks
CNN, yeah, came out on March 8th. But it's still ongoing, so as far as I'm concerned, it's still relevant. But this comes from CNN. I originally saw this on the Riverfront Times, which, if you're local to St. Louis area, you'll know what that is. It's a local newspaper that's been around for a long time, but I didn't. You would always send me articles from them, and I never followed them for whatever reason. And then I started following them, and they post like the best
Yeah.
news
Mm-hmm.
from like a really good angle and kind of humorous, like relevant humor,
Yeah.
not CNN NBC humor.
It's also interesting because they also like it's almost like they have like beat writers for just like culture.
Yeah, and they definitely like lean towards
Yeah, the left.
the good side of things, our side of things. If you're catching my drift. What are you checking there?
The ACLU
What is that?
for how many bills they're tracking anti-LGBTQ bills in Missouri.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's 35.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Do we have the record?
Well, we have at least 16 plus.
We're one of the dark states, I see.
19, 35, 13, 34 in Tennessee.
Ooh.
West Virginia is 27. New Hampshire is 15.
What about Florida?
Florida has 12.
Wow, not many.
I think it is Missouri leading it.
No way. Why is Texas
Kansas-
not even on there?
Oh, I'm
Ooh.
sorry. Oklahoma is really bad.
Whoa,
54.
Holy shit, that's crazy. Why isn't Texas on there?
They're probably not like looking at it. They're not currently tracking any bills because it's probably happening
Off
all
the
the
charts.
time. Yeah, happening all the time.
But yeah, Riverfront Times is great. I love them. Whenever I get the hell out of Missouri, which will hopefully be in a couple months to move, that'll be the only thing that keeps me track of what's going on here is Riverfront Times, because I like what they post. I think they post interesting stuff. So if you live in the St. Louis area and you don't follow them, give them a follow. I follow them on Instagram. But yeah, they post great shit and from a good angle and stuff like that. So I saw them post this first, and then, but I'll read from a more relevant news website, CNN. So
It's
this
also
reads-
the bill is also not currently on a House calendar, but it can still be voted on and it's filed.
Yeah, I mean, bills. There's
They filed
A
it, which
bunch of
means that
bills.
they've wrote it and
Yeah.
they like have it ready to be reviewed.
the TikTok bill. There's a bunch. I mean, there's
This is in
hundreds
Missouri
of
though.
bills.
This is like
Yeah,
Missouri
yeah,
House of
yeah.
Representatives.
So proposed Missouri bill, and if you get bored by the news, stay tuned because there's a bombshell at the end of this article that I was not expecting at all. So proposed Missouri bill would make teachers register as sex offenders if found supporting transgender students who socially transition. So it reads, a newly proposed law in Missouri could charge teachers and counselors with a felony and require them to register as sex offenders if they are found guilty of supporting transgender students who are socially transitioning, which I don't even need to say this, but it's absolutely disgusting.
That's
and
literally
fucked up
so
on
crazy.
so many levels.
That's insane.
And even if, and I say this about everything, even if you, for whatever reason, don't support people transitioning, they're still fucking people.
Right.
So treat them as people and not like these weird like
Animals.
psyop shit that you think is like here to like change people's minds and
Yeah.
make them like sexual and whatever.
And the other thing that I also like to say is that there's a pretty good amount of reason to educate children, and not like super young children, but children who are getting of age about
Yes.
sexual things so that they aren't sexually assaulting
Right.
or raping people.
Right.
That's like a
exactly.
thing.
There is
That's
a
like a
way to
thing.
do it. There is
Yeah.
a way to do it. And I'm going to go off on a tangent, and I'm not going to, but it's just, it's insane and it's crazy. It's just like, these are people, and why would you, if like, this is the same thing as being like, your child is a different race. And if you like tell them that they're this other race, then we're going to like put you in, you know what I mean? It's just like,
It's like, what does that have to do with?
yeah, it's just like, just treat them how they want to be treated.
And
Like,
not only
if
that,
it's
but
not
it's-
disruptive, then whatever.
But also, it's like, it's very interesting that it's in school too. Like, it's
Yeah.
literally just someone who's just being like, school is supposed to be a place where children like
Right.
are basically taken care of for the day.
Yeah.
And they feel safe and they're not bullied.
Right.
And they're not like, you know,
For some kids, school is the thing that they look
forward to. But yeah, because home isn't fun either.
No. So that's what, and like, it's just, it's so ridiculous. It's insane. So I'll keep reading, but Missouri State Rep Jamie Gregg, a Republican, introduced the bill last week. If passed and signed into law, the legislation would criminalize the act of contributing to social transition for anyone acting in an official capacity at their school, including providing informational or material support. So literally any support that a teacher who is already underpaid and already so disrespected by our country, by our state, whatever you want to say, we're gonna criminalize them anymore. Again, let's target the schools where apparently teachers are sexualizing their students. Which, by the way, there are teachers that are sexualizing their students and they're sexually harassing them.
It happened in Missouri.
And
Not too
I would
far from
love
here.
to see where that person voted.
Yeah, that person
I
also.
bet it's right.
That person also
Sorry.
just got parole.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Hope they're a teacher again.
yeah.
Because bet they can figure out a way how to. But that won't be a problem.
I got a funny story to tell you about that after the show.
Oh, it's an off show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm interested. I was going to make a joke and then I didn't want to.
Yeah.
The proposed bill joins a string of anti-LGBTQ measures that have been filed in states across the U.S. and comes amid a growing parental rights movement that seeks to empower parents to decide what can be taught in classrooms about gender, sexuality, and race. Again, it's just like, why are you caring now?
And also, it's very interesting because imagine the general public criminalizing something that is happening in the House of Representatives in the state.
Right.
Imagine just being like, if you write any bills against this, you're going to jail.
Right.
Like, it would be it's so weird because it's like, this person would just be doing their job, essentially. They would literally just be being a nice person and accepting. Basically, it's just saying that they don't want them to obey. What they will probably boil it down to is that they don't want them to obey their, like, the student who wants to transition. They won't, like, follow their correct pronouns or call them by a different name or anything like that, which is also just mean. It's literally just mean for no
you're
reason.
just being disrespectful. It's just like...
It's just rude and
it's
mean.
Not disruptive,
it's just cruel.
Yeah.
You know?
It's literally just like putting a target on their head.
Yeah.
And also, by the way, this came like a couple days after that next student who was like beat to death at their school for being trans. So just perfect timing.
Yeah.
You know, let's just not even support them even less than we already were.
Right. But yeah, like all these numerous medical associations, including the AMA, the American Medical Association, the American Psychiatric Association, the American Academy of Pediatrics, and the American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry, have said gender-affirming care like social transitioning is clinically appropriate for children and adults.
Yep. The bill defines social transitioning as the process by which an individual adapts a name, pronouns, gender expression, such as clothing, haircuts, that match the individual's gender identity, and not the gender assumed by an individual's sex or birth. So that's just like imagine if me as a kid and my mom buying me Polly Pockets, and she also put me in a dress for like my first Halloween, and if I brought that to school at a time like this, that would be considered that.
Yeah.
Just me playing with those toys.
And then your teacher...
As a kid, when I don't know what the fuck I'm doing,
right.
and I'm so confused about my life, and maybe I'm realizing what sexuality even is, and questioning things, and very confused.
It's very odd.
And you're going to be like, nope, you can't do that, because if I even acknowledge you,
also,
I'm a predator now.
It's crazy that it even has haircuts.
Yeah.
Haircuts.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Give
like
me a fucking break, man.
Like, I can think of like 3 or 4 people who had long ass hair in like middle school that were dudes.
Me too.
In Missouri, a person charged with a Class E felony could face a maximum of 4 years in prison. A tier 1 sex offender could also remain on the sex offender registry for up to 15 years, according to another Missouri statute. CNN has reached out to Greg for comment. In an interview with CNN affiliate KY3, what does that mean? In an interview
It'd be like KSCK or KMOV.
Oh, okay. Greg said the goal of the bill is to put the social learning development of our children back in the hands of the parents who, in so many cases, neglect their kids. And again, as I said, there are so many kids who the only thing they look forward to is getting out of the house to go to school and be taught, which is what we're supposed to do, apparently, and be respected. And they can't even do that. apparently, according to these people. Obviously, they still are. This bill hasn't passed. Ultimately, whose children are these? They belong to the family that they come from. If there is a situation, this is still Greg saying this, I should say, by the way. If there's a situation where they don't have parents or guardian to go back to on or to talk to, there is other help, professional help they can get. How? How are they getting this professional help?
Who?
Because they can't go to their parents to get it.
And not only that, but
They can't go to their counselor and ask
what-
for it because they'll be a predator if they tell them who to talk to.
Right.
So what,
And there wouldn't be
what are you
any,
talking about?
There wouldn't be any medical professionals that would be advocating for the opposite or
Right.
advocating for this. It'd be advocating for the opposite. You know what I mean? It would be you're going to go to this person to help with gender.
Oh
affirming
yeah,
care.
yeah. It would be like let's
Let's
get you
talk
into,
to you about it. Let's
what's the thing where they try and make people not gay?
gay conversion therapy.
Yeah, like conversion stuff. Like
yeah,
that's
that would be what the
And then it's
person who
like-
they're thinking is professional help, even though
Right.
none of the medical associations have said that it would be worthwhile.
And again, it's like, where does the line get drawn? Because it's like, if he's saying they don't have a parent or guardian to talk to, they get professional help. How do they find that? Because they can't go talk to their teacher about it.
Well, Carson, that
And
would
it's like,
be
what do you
described in the
do?
law. That would be described in the law for sure, and it would be fleshed out 100%.
I'm sure it is, because this is a very fleshed out bill that makes
Yeah.
a ton of sense. So going on, let's get to the bombshell. So it finished up. It is unclear if Greg's bill will be taken up to the state and House. It has not been scheduled for hearing. I've heard people say that this will not get passed, that it will never see the light of day. I'm sorry, this is Missouri. I will be surprised if it doesn't. In all honesty, I have a very negative outlook on the future.
Yeah, no, this is
especially in Missouri. I will be so happy if it doesn't pass, obviously, and I will do everything in my power to make sure that I can help out wherever to help people get the help they need for that, and whatever that capacity that means if it does pass. But I'm very scared that it will. I am. This is Missouri. This is a super deep red state, and
Didn't
shit
used
like
to be.
this passes. Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, Kansas City and St. Louis are a very, very dominated blue, left-leaning areas, of course. But outside of that, there's a ton of people who aren't. So moving on in this article to the bombshell now that literally made me gasp audibly when I read this. LGBTQ advocates and Missourians have criticized the bill, including Greg's brother. During a news conference Thursday, Charles Gregg Jr., a retired and disabled veteran who lives in Springfield, Missouri, said he was shocked by the bill his younger brother authored, and that the measure took his breath away. Quote, took his breath away. Quote, this bill is removing valuable support that is important for children. It needlessly targets teachers in addition to attacking those that they don't agree with. It also attacks anyone who expresses compassion or tolerance and seeks to silence them. I believe it is intended to remove them from the future conversations, Gregg Jr. said. Robert Fisher, communications director of Promo and LGBTQ plus policy advocates organization in Missouri that organized Thursday's presser, said students and teachers have contacted the group who expresses concerns that the bill would impact educators. So it goes on to talk more about that.
While this egregious bill is expected to die in committee hearings, it is increasingly alarming to watch extremist state legislators peddle anti-trans hate and continue to introduce discriminatory policies. Willingham Jagger said in a statement to CNN, hate speech, especially when enshrined into discriminatory policies like these transphobic bills in Oklahoma and Missouri, leads to hate crimes.
We're the leaders, baby. Oklahoma and Missouri, let's go,
Hell yeah,
dude.
baby.
But yeah, that bombshell of his brother saying that.
I think I
It's
saw that clip on
crazy. Yeah.
KSCK or KMOV. I think I
We
sent
should
to you.
maybe we can see if you can pull that up and send that to me. But yeah, that was like, I had to, first of all, I was kind of like skimming this article at first just to figure out if this is the one I wanted to go with or another one. And when I saw that, I had to like double take, and I was like, wait, who said this part? And then I was like, his brother. and it's just so funny that like his own family is being torn apart by his stupid actions that I'm sure were like peddled by some sort of, you stupid ass idiots who are like, hey, you should definitely put this bill in. Crazy. Absolutely nutso stuff going on. Yeah, I'm going to see. I might even be able to pull that up too because I searched his name up and I saw a picture of him too. And he's like, so, you never you never should judge a book by its cover, but I never would have expected this person to not agree with his brother. Like, he just seems like he would have, I don't know, he just kind of seems like a Missouri person who votes right.
I don't know where I saw that video then.
Yeah, I thought I saw his name before, but I don't know why I'm not seeing it now. Let's see if we can find it real quick. Sorry, guys. Yeah, because here's a picture of him, but I don't, maybe this is the audio? Hold on, I might have the audio if I'm not going to get 75,000 pop-ups. Oh, no, that's just if I wanted to listen to the article.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Oh, nope. I thought I had it. It's another
Never mind.
screenshot, though.
Never mind. We're good. I might have to cut that.
No, it's fine. I thought I had it, too, but no, it's just a bunch of pictures.
Good for him, though.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's fucking awesome. I mean, shit, that'd be
A
so
lot.
nerve-wracking to be like, oh, you got to speak out against your brother, who is a rep,
Yeah.
state rep.
State senator.
Yeah, I don't know. It's okay. We don't have to cut that out necessarily, but yeah, man. Anything else you wanted to add on about that?
I don't know. It's just very, very cruel, unusual, and dehumanizing to a point of parody almost, where
Yeah.
it's like, this is crazy, man. Like, imagine talking to that relative like at Thanksgiving, or imagine talking to anybody who actually like doesn't care about this. Imagine the reaction.
I can imagine it.
No, I mean, like, it's just like, just talk to any regular American. No one gives a shit about that, dude.
Yeah,
It might just be, oh, I don't know what that person looks like, or I don't know, that person looks a little bit different. I might have to ask them. I should, but I might not ask them what they prefer to be called.
right. Yeah, or yeah, exactly. It's just like, yeah, you just dusted under the rug. Those people just dusted under the rug.
100%.
And stuff, and it's yeah. I mean, it's
gross.
bonkers.
It's just gross.
Disgusting and
It's gross.
sad, and yeah, man, sad place are where we're at in the country right now, but especially when it's something this disgusting,
Right.
Where
we live.
that's happening. So but yeah, so we can talk about that more later on if it ever sees the
Comes
light
to.
of day. Hopefully it never does,
But you never know.
obviously, but you never know. We do live in Missouri for now.
For the time being.
For the time being, we live here. Let's move on, though. We have time to do Nextdoor Drama. It's a pretty short one, so why don't we jump into that, unless you had something else?
Yeah, let me go reset the camera.
Oh, thank you, buddy. Okay.
It's so shocking. Oh, God.
What
It
is?
shocked my ears.
Oh, your headphones?
Yeah.
That's not good. So Nextdoor Drama is a... Remind me something about Nextdoor Drama I meant to tell you
Yeah.
later. Now we have two things that we got to remind each
Yeah.
other to tell. Nextdoor Drama is a weekly... Well, is a somewhat weekly segment we do.
Semi-weekly.
Semi-weekly. Bi-weekly. Where we go to the infamous blog posting website called Nextdoor, which is a blog posting website for your neighborhood where people can post whatever they want about what's going on. Just think about Facebook, but it's only the people you live by, which for most people is probably not very fun. But for us, it's fun because there's a lot of Looney Tunes on there, cartoons, and we go there every week. We go there every week. And we take a blog post and we take the comments and we script it out and do a dramatic reenactment of it. Shit to music. This week's Nextdoor Drama is titled, I Hope the Jail Time Was Worth Using My Card. Oh, what does that mean? I will be playing Frederick, who's down on his luck. And Gavin will be playing Kathy, who's skeptical. So it's a bit of a crime mystery story. That's pretty short, which is interesting. So here we go. I'm going to play the Nextdoor Drama intro song, and we'll get right into it. This week on Nextdoor Drama. I had the O'Fallon Police Department call yesterday. They informed me that some lady was trying to use my card numbers. She somehow got a picture of my card for her to buy Burger King. At this point, I hope the jail time was worth using my card info with the deactivated card.
You might have noticed you used your card at a restaurant she worked. Ugh. And yes, she took the card to swipe it, but may have also taken a pic. Trace your steps if you find out more about more info on this lady, and have the place you used your card last look at their security cameras to see if they can catch her in the act. Weird that the police showed up? Normally it would be the bank cutting off the card and you call in and find out why.
There has been complaints all over town of people at fast food taking pictures of others' card numbers.
Uh-huh.
I think you need something to back that up. The gas stations
Citation needed.
have now banned anyone from coming in and using the option to type in card numbers manually. Personally, I think cash is the best option. I know if someone has their hand in my pocket, at that point, I'd at least be able to protect the money I make for an honest living.
You're just full of hard luck stories, aren't you? This is your third different post about ridiculous things. Give it a rest, buddy. I, for one, am not buying any of it. And one full of crazy accusations was taken down. All your stories are fishy.
I did find it interesting because this is not the first time that our friend Frederick has popped
really?
up. Yeah. But I went to his account and all of his posts besides 2 are still up.
Wow.
And that guy has posted a lot because there's a lot that I have not used before because they get a little depressing.
Did it
They're a little
depressing?
depressing sometimes.
Like he's like just going off the deep end with explaining stuff sometimes.
Yeah, and he's just saying stuff that it's like,
I'm not sure you're in the right headspace to be saying this.
yeah, and I don't want to like poke fun at
Someone maybe having like
someone,
a mental crisis.
Yeah, but if it's something like this, his name might not actually be Frederick. Who knows who he is?
Yeah.
You don't know who he is. But this guy who does post stuff does post things that are like
kind of.
a
Do
little
they get like
"All right,
racist
buddy."
or anything? Or?
No,
Oh.
not that I know of.
Well, maybe.
But he's just like always down on his
Yeah,
luck,
he's
it seems
all-
like.
yeah.
He's a pissant.
He's always getting pissed on.
He's always getting pissed on, and we watch it. But yeah, I just love that. This has been happening all around town.
Really?
Really? I
haven't
thought
heard
I would
anything
have
about
heard
that.
something.
Thought I would have said something. Thought you would have said something.
Thought you
about
would have
that.
said something about.
Stop! You violated the law.
That's true. You can't do that. Moving on though, final segment of the night. Wow, look at that. 1 hour.
Right on the dot.
Right on the dot. A segment we do every week called Whatcha Listening To, where we pick a song, album, artist, and recommend it to each other and to the audience. Gavin, what are you listening to this week? You look like you're panicking to figure it out.
I figured it out. I'm still. I don't know what it is, but
and screen recording stopped.
glad you figured that out, man.
Just in time.
Just in time. I'm still on my like electro techno
British,
not really British, but disco dance stuff. Don't know why. I have no idea why.
Have you kind of always though?
Yeah, I have, but like it's just always been playing in my car and stuff like that recently. So
All right.
this song by Discodine, which is pretty cool. That's a pretty cool name.
It's a fun name.
Discodine.
Scouting.
Yeah, Discodine. Disco Dean is actually just a really good like jam song. You just kind of sit back and it is actually like more of the perfect length. It's synchronized radio edit.
Okay.
I know it's good whenever there's a radio edit. And I know that the longer version is probably one that I would prefer to listen to, but the radio edit is just enough to get me into the song.
It's like a sweet little treat.
Yeah. So this song is what I'm listening to. It's synchronized by Discodine.
Nice.
And then
I have to check it out.
another song that one of the reasons I was embarrassed to recognize, I'm just feel embarrassed to recommend this one. This other one is DANCE by Justice, and I'm pretty sure you've heard this song before. It's their most popular song.
Why are you embarrassed about it?
I don't know. It's just like there's something about like having kids sing some stuff in songs, and I'm just kind of like, like
Okay.
like the Higher Ground by Red Hot Chili Peppers has kids singing in it. I'm not a big fan of kids singing in songs. Even like
I was just gonna say I'm starting to become less of a fan of Red Hot Chili Peppers. Just throwing that out there.
oh yeah, no, I mean
Kind of starting to
mellow out on it.
move on from them.
But
yeah, I get what you're saying.
There's just something weird. I don't know. It's just not like weird. I'm not making it weird, but it's just not good to listen to sometimes.
No,
but this is like a children's choir that's like trying to sound bad. It's like they're singing along like on like a playground kind of thing. So
yeah,
or like jump rope kind of sing-songy.
Yeah, there's some. I think it just makes you feel like childish.
Yeah, it's like I
listening
don't
to
know
it.
why I'm listening
Like,
to
is
this.
this like a kids about thing or what am I doing
exactly.
here?
So I'm like, nah. So synchronized radio edit by
Just throwing it
Discodine.
out. Yeah. Throwing the other one out.
Throwing the other one out there if you want to listen to it. It's catchy, which is why I almost recommended it, but I'm not.
I get it, man. This week I am recommending something that seems like something I should have recommended a long time ago, but it's a band that I'm only just now getting into, even though I've kind of listened to them a few times here and there. But it's the band Code Orange. They're like a metalcore, hardcore, noise rock, kind of new metal-y type band.
I've heard of them before.
Yeah,
Whenever you post them, I was like, I know this album
I
cover.
know them. They've been around for about like 15-ish years or so, or so. But they never, for whatever reason, I would hear a song and be like, I like that, and then I would try to meh, and then I was kind of like, meh, maybe let's not. But for whatever reason, there was a song on this album that came up in my Discover Weekly, and then I was like, okay, let me listen to this album, and it's like really weird, but in a really good way. It's like just all over the place in genre. It's very like kind of Nine Inch Nails. It's kind of Deftonesy a little bit. It's kind of like Korn, like the new metal band. Kind of Limp Bizkit. It's kind of, I don't know, man. It's just like everywhere. It's just like kind of even like Portishead in some of it. It's just like very bizarre and like ADHD.
All over the place.
Like even songs like just jump genres within a second. And it's very fun. And I thought it would like make me the replay value would go down, but I have not been able to stop playing it. And then there's some heavy songs. There's some definitely like hardcore heavy songs. But it's called The Above. It came out last year. I was really hoping it came out this year because it would definitely be on my list for sure. Yeah, it's called, did I say it's called The Above? Yeah, I said that. But this blew me away, Gavin, and this might blow your mind. There's only one feature on this whole album on one song, and it's from Billy Corgan, the lead singer of Smashing Pumpkins.
The hell?
Has a verse on one of these songs.
Does it sound like Billy Corgan?
Yes, but it's like for like not even 30 seconds.
Yeah. Like
and
a bar.
It's the song Take Shape, and the song would still be as good as it is without him. Like, he doesn't really change much about it. It's just cool that he's on it.
Does he add anything to the song?
Not that couldn't have already been done by someone else in the band. But it's a great song. It's a fantastic song. It's one of the lesser, heavier songs. But that's a really good song. My favorite song on the album is A Drone Opting Out of the Hive. Really bizarre. There's like parts where he's like kind of like whispering and like a growling voice where he's like gritting his teeth, and then he's like, there's this like this guitar riff that sounds like a NES game or something that like tickled my ear in like a way that I really liked.
You like these songs that tickle your ear? You said that last week.
Yeah,
too.
whenever I hear a song and I go, it makes me go, huh?
Yeah, makes you go, huh?
She goes, what? The Game is also really good. Grooming My Replacement. It's good. It's a good album. It's fun. It's very weird, and I think you should give it a listen because it's like you might find something in there that you like. Because I think some of the songs that I don't really prefer would probably be more your speed. But yeah, cool album. The Above by Code Orange. Check it out. All right, or don't. I don't care. What difference does it make to me, really?
Well, everybody, thanks for listening to Takes All Kinds podcast, episode 159. Keep watching, keep listening, keep sharing, please keep reviewing it and leaving comments and interacting with us. Love seeing some comments from you guys.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot recently and a lot of good interaction, and we welcome it. We even welcome the negative stuff too. All right, really? You had to do that right now. Guess we'll see you guys next week.